Hey, my name is Dr. Chelle. Welcome to the Dr. Test Prep YouTube channel, and thank you for caring enough about yourself to improve your PSAT and SAT scores. Right now, we're looking at Unit 9 on Geometry and Trig. If you're just finding me and your test is a couple days away, stop watching this video, go watch Unit 8. But if you've got time and you've got a couple weeks, I'm so glad you're here, but make sure you watch 4 pillars and my con video. Okay, number 4. On page 173 of my book, or paper and pencil works. Also open the calculator and click College Board. Maria decided on one large scoop of ice cream. Her scoop had a radius of 3 inches. So I'm just going to write Maria, radius equals 3, and she had one scoop. Josh wanted more ice cream than his sister. So Josh chose 2 scoops of ice cream, each with a radius of 2. Was Josh right? Who received the most ice cream? Now, very obviously, you won't get a question exactly like this because there's no way, like their free response questions won't be like this. But it might give you multiple choice answers that you would have to compare. So the skill is comparing volume. So first, let's figure out Maria's. Maria is 4/3 is the formula for volume, times pi. I didn't say use 3.14, so let's just say pi because we're just comparing it, times the radius cubed. So I'm going to do times 3 raised to the 3rd power. So Maria got 1 scoop, and that's what she ended up having, the volume of ice cream. Josh had 2 scoops, so we're going to type in Josh, 4/3 pi r squared. Our radius for Josh is 2. But Josh had pi r cubed. I don't know why I said squared. Josh had 2 scoops of ice cream. So now we're going to take that and multiply it by 2. So even though Josh had 2 scoops of ice cream, who received the most ice cream? Maria did. Maria had about 113 inches cubed. Oops. That's one reason I made that wrong. That should say inches here. Maria had 113, and like a big scoop, like huge, because really 3-inch diameter radius is like a one huge 6-inch scoop of ice cream. But Josh had 67 inches cubed. Okay, so Maria definitely had more. Number 5, the circumference of a child's ball is 30 centimeters, and they do give you the formula for circumference. They give it to you as 2 pi r. What is the approximate volume of the ball rounded to the nearest whole number? So we've got circumference equals 2 pi r. We know the circumference is 30. So we're going to do 30 divided by 2 pi will give me the radius. And then we want the approximate volume of the ball. So the volume of the ball is 4/3 times pi r cubed. So what we're going to do is first just figure out their circumference by doing 30 divided by 2 pi. This will be another one because it's so imprecise that it'll probably be multiple choice and it'll be obvious what the answers are. So just go with me. We're not going to care about rounding. It's more teaching you to the skill in the Desmos calculator. So now that we have that, we'll just say 4.77 for the radius. We're just going to plug that into the volume formula. So we've got 4/3 times pi times 4.7 raised to the 3rd power. And that would be our answer, 454. And I think on here, I did 457. So, it is what it is. And actually, it would round to 455 if we wanted to round to the whole one. But it would be different if we used 3.14 instead. So, we're just going with the flow. I want you to learn the process more than a precise answer. Number 6, a cone has a radius of 6 and a height of 10. So we have our first cone, which has a radius of 6 and a height of 10. Another cone of the same height has the same height, but a radius of 4. What is the difference between their volumes rounding to the nearest hundredth using 3.14 for pi? So this formula is also on the formula sheet, and we're going to just write it twice. We have 1/3 it says 3.14 for pi. So that's pi r squared times the height. Okay, minus, and then we're going to do it again. 1/3 times 3.14 times the radius squared times the height. So here, my radius is going to be for the first one 6. Now I'm not using a slider tool necessarily because, well, here, I'll show you. You can use the slider tool to make it easier. So we're just going to call it A, B, C, and D. And now we can add a slider tool for everything. So my first radius value is 6. So I'll make this say 6. My height for the first one is 10. My radius for the second one is 4. And my height for the second one is 10. And that's my answer, about 209.33. Okay, so all I did is, instead of typing r squared and height twice, I just did A, B, C, D. And then I was able to use the substitution slider tool to get my answers. Okay, we just finished the harder examples. So you know what that means. That means head back to Khan Academy, do Unit 9, Lesson 1, the practice questions. There's 4 of them. And then after you do that, come back for our next video, which is on congruency, similarity, and angle relationships. This is Doc Chelle. Bye. Thanks for watching.